Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Dutch Isle, and today's video is going to be a lot slower and a lot more critical of Goodgame Empire. I have no idea if this will affect my partnership with them, as I recently joined their creator program, but I do think that this is a super important topic, and I want to be very serious about it and have a genuine discussion with you because it just means a lot to me, and I think it needs to be called out. When you go into the super sale shop of Goodgame Empire, you can expect to find, obviously, a lot of different packs. Packs is just the broad term for a bundle. As you can see, this is the extra large spring action bundle. Packs and bundle, they can be interchanged. They're the same thing. In most cases, with almost everything on Goodgame Empire, the way packs and bundles work is the more money you spend, the greater value you get. We're not going to talk about the $880 packs yet, but we'll get there. So let me demonstrate what I'm talking about. For $110, you get 450 affluence tickets, 1 Easter parade, and 225,000 troops. Obviously, you can expect that if you bought a cheaper pack, you would get less. And that's exactly correct. For half the price, $55, you only get 200 affluence tickets, 1 Easter parade, and 100,000 troops. If you were to buy 2 of the $55 packs, you would have less than you would if you just bought the $110 pack. You'd actually get 50 less affluence wheel tickets and 25,000 less troops. That's a very simple psychological way companies in the real world get you to spend more money by giving you more value or more perceived value, because you're going to feel like you're missing out on greater rewards if you don't buy the higher amount or the more expensive offer. Regardless of how you feel morally about that, that's up to you. But I think we can all agree that there is something definitely wrong with the fact that you can spend $880 on a browser game to buy a single pack. I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be talking really slowly because everything I'm going to be saying is going to sound super redundant, and it's also got a lot of gravity to it, and I want you to understand how serious I'm being about this. So let's apply the same logic as this. When you look at this pack, you see $880 for 8 Exalted Easter Parks, 16 bunches of eggs, 4 Easter parades, and 600,000 troops. The rational logic would be that the cheaper packs have less value, right? You should assume that if I'm spending $880, I should be getting so much value that it's insane. So much additional value that it's totally worth spending an entire month's rent worth of money on a video game. I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money. If you want to spend the equivalent of a month's rent on a browser game, that's up to you. But we can all agree that $880, the ability to spend that much money in a single offer on a single pack, is ridiculous. So let's apply the logic that I've been talking about. The next cheapest pack is $220. $220, and now you only get 2 Exalted Easter Parks. So you get 6 less for the price of $220, which, keep in mind, is about $660, I did the math right, yeah, $660 cheaper, and you get 2 of them, but you still get the same amount of Easter parades, and obviously you get less troops. Where it gets really crazy, because I'm obviously not going to go one by one, is when you go to the cheapest option. You can buy a single of these new decorations for $55. I don't know if you've already thought of it in your head, but let me point that out. For $55, I can have one of those decorations, one of those new fancy Exalted Easter Park decorations. Now you might be remembering, wait, but I could spend $880 and get 8 of them. That doesn't make sense. $880 for 8 of them would mean that I'm spending $110 per decoration. That can't make sense because this offers for $55 for one, but if I buy the most expensive one, it's actually $110 for one. That's the point I'm getting at. I'm also not mocking anyone if you've already purchased this deal. I'm merely pointing it out for anyone else who might be on the edge about if it's worth purchasing. And by the time this video comes out, these deals might even be gone. So please keep it in the back of your mind for future deals that come out. Now that you understand that you're paying more money for less Easter Parks in the most expensive pack, think about it this way as well. For $880, I could actually just buy 16 of the $55 packs to reach $880, which is the most expensive one I pointed out earlier. I would get double the Easter Parks if I bought this 16 times than if I bought the most expensive offer. So in other words, you're not gaining value the more you spend on these deals. You're actually losing a lot of value. And then also the ones in between aren't even gaining value either. For example, $55, I'm saying this so many times, but that's because it's important to point it out. $55 gets you one Exalted Easter Park. $110, one Exalted Easter Park. So you've doubled the price, but you haven't even doubled the amount of Exalted Easter Parks you get. You've doubled the look item, you've doubled the commander item, and you've given us 50,000 troops. Okay, let's double the price again. Now we're at $220. And now you only get 2 Exalted Easter Parks. It took spending another $150 to get a second Exalted Easter Park. The amount of Easter parades has doubled. But then you notice another thing. Let's go all the way back over here. $880. You still only get 4 Easter parades. For $220, you get 4 Easter parades. You spend an additional $660 and you don't even get more Easter parades. That is the lack of value that these $880 packs give you. I know you probably might have noticed this yourself, but there's a lot of people who are going to be opening Super Sale and seeing these $880 packs and just assuming that they have the most value when they don't, which is ridiculous to think about. So that was a lot to take in. That was a lot of information at one time, so I can understand if you're a little bit confused or if you're still misunderstanding what I'm getting at. So let's do a comparison really quick. Let's say you have $880 and you're going to spend it on this game. You know what would actually give you more value for a cheaper price? Not the $880 pack. Maybe your mission is to get 16 Exalted Easter Parks. No, actually not 16. Let's say 8. Your mission is to get 8 Exalted Easter Parks. Here's what you would do. You could actually just purchase 8 of the $55 Easter Park deals. So that's 8 times 55. That's $440. Like I said, your goal is to spend $880 and get the most out of it on these Easter packs. So boom, you now have spent $440 or half of your $880. Now you have 8 Easter parades, which is more than you'd have if you spent $880 at once. You have double that amount now. So you have 8 Easter parades, and now you have 8 Exalted Easter Parks. So now your next question is, well, how am I going to get troops? I want troops. Where am I going to get them? We can go back over here. Take a look at that. They sell troops in this other extra large spring action bundle. So if we go back over here, we see that for $880, you could get 600,000 troops. And we have $440 left of our budget. So technically, we just need to match 600,000 troops. There's already 225,000 troops in a $110 bundle. So if we just purchase 3 of the $110 bundles, we will be at the same, if not more, it will be more. We will be at more troops than the $880 bundle. So if we do the quick math, there's 225,000, multiply it by 3 because we're buying 3 of these packs, and we're at 675,000 troops. Not only that, but we have 3 more Easter parades, so that makes our total 11 Easter parades, and we get 3 times 450 Affluence Wheel tickets, which is 1,350 Affluence Wheel tickets. And guess what? 3 of these and 8 of these is $110 cheaper than the most expensive VIP Egg Hunters Trove pack. I saved money and got more by spending on these individual ones and spending on the Affluence Wheel ticket ones. I think that's ridiculous. I think that's unfair, and I think it's kind of scummy. As I stated earlier, this is all my opinion, so maybe there's something I'm missing here, but overall, you are losing value by spending more money on these bigger packs. And it's honestly, it's either a honest mistake on Goodgame Empire's behalf, or it's a dirty trick trying to get people to just inadvertently assume that the $880 pack has more value than the smaller packs. And one last example to get you to understand just how crazy of a ripoff that is. Let's say you're buying this $880 pack for troops. As we said, you get 600,000 troops total. I could purchase 8 of these packs and get 1.8 million troops. That's 1.2 million more troops for the same price, plus 8 times 450 affluence wheel tickets, which if we do the math, is 3,600 affluence wheel tickets, and 8 Easter parades, all of which are of greater value than the $880 pack. We're not even going to talk about the bunch of eggs, because they're a 2x2 decoration that are meant to just fill the tiny gaps in your castle. Does this surprise you? Did you already know this? Comment it below, please. I wonder if Goodgame Empire is going to respond to my video in any way. The most beneficial thing that they could possibly take away from this video is that they need to either make the $880 packs, which I think are ridiculous, first of all. I think the option for $880 packs is just wild. They need to make the $880 packs either worth $880 or they need to get rid of them entirely and stick to this $110 pack thing. I've listed multiple examples now throughout this video of equal value or greater value for spending less money on this game than an $880 pack can give you. I hope this has been enlightening. I hope Goodgame Empire does something to change this. If not, please be wary of this. I don't want to see anyone losing this much money on such a, this is my opinion, on such a scammy looking offer. But that was the purpose of today's video. I don't know what else I need to add. I think that really covered all of it. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. Please like this video. This video needs to be shared, honestly. If you have a friend that spends too much money on this game, please show them this video. Thank you for your time. See you in the next video. Peace.